Today I'm going to talk to you about booking your Power Start. And your Power Start is what sets your business up for success. I'm going to tell you, when I started Mary Kay 21 years ago, we did perfect starts. And a Power Start is actually the same thing as a perfect start. We just do two perfect starts equals one Power Start. And we would book 8 to hold 5 in our first 2 weeks of business. Your Power Start is booking 12 to hold 6 in your first month of business. And I'm going to share with you today how to book those appointments. I'm going to give you some scripts, and then I'm going to go over the process. So the first thing you want to do is make a list of all your family and friends. Hopefully you've got 30 to 50 names written down of people that you know, but you always start with your family and friends. And the first thing you want to do is contact them through the phone, of course, and try to speak with them. If you can't speak with them, then you want to leave a voicemail. Once you've left the voicemail, then you want to do a text message. Now, I'll have a 21-day challenge on the website that you can do that actually goes over the you making these phone calls, leaving voice messages and text messaging and booking. And it's a 21-day challenge that we call it, and you color code and call these people. But for now, we're focusing on the Power Start and getting that booked. And so you want to call and hopefully talk to your first person that you're going to call to book, and then you're going to, if you don't reach them, you're going to leave that voice message, and then you're going to leave a text message, and that's going to be on day 1. And then on the 4th day from that day, counting the day you called as 1 up to day 4, you're going to place a second voice phone call to them, and whether you speak to them in person or leave a voice message, if you do leave a voice message, then you're going to text them again. And then on the 7th day from that day, you're going to again call them. If you don't reach them by phone, you'll leave a voice message and then text them again. The purpose of doing this it's better for you booking wise, because that purpose is you're getting your voice to them, and then they're also reading it. Some people are voice people and some people are text message people. Another way that you can book people is through Facebook. If you don't have their telephone numbers for one reason or another, there is a place on Facebook Messenger where it has the little dots where you can leave a voice message to them, or and then follow that up with a text message. But the system is the same. Follow up is the key. You can't place just one phone call to people and then not call them back again. And you also want to make sure you're prepared to talk to them, because my best friend told me that no, she wasn't going to do it. She didn't wear makeup, blah blah blah. But if I knew the scripts and used the scripts with her, I could have booked her by asking her to help me out. So make sure you use the scripts. Later on down the road, she did do a makeover with someone by helping them out and helping them get started in their business, and not focusing on the sales. You just want to book them for the appointment, and that's all that you want to talk to them about, is booking them for the appointment. You're not going to talk to them about selling to them that day. You're strictly selling them on holding the appointment with you, period. That's all you're going to talk to them about. And you know, there's statistics on salespeople. Everything we do is sales. So basically, you're selling them on this appointment. And I mean, everything that's in your house and on your body, and that you drink, eat, whatever, somebody sold it to you. I mean, my glasses were purchased. My hair color was purchased. So everything is purchased. So somebody sold it to you. And so everything we do has to do with sales. So what you're focusing on booking your 12 to hold 6 is you're focusing on selling them on the appointment and nothing else. So just strictly work on that. 80% of the people do not get past the first or second phone call. It's the people that make the 5th, 6th, or 7th phone call that get 20% of the sales, 20% of the appointments, 20% of 20% of the people make all of the sales, book all of the appointments, and have the success. One thing you want to do before you get started is find your phone voice, how you speak to people. My director had me practice in front of a mirror and smile, because if you're not smiling, it comes across to the people. If you're scared to death and you're frowning, then that's going to come across to the people. If you're looking at yourself and smiling in a mirror, that's going to come across to the people. So find your voice, your phone voice. And then also, you want to be proactive with your scripts. Don't change the scripts. Don't reinvent the wheel. Make sure you read the scripts and go by the scripts, because they work. I've had so many people that's tried to reinvent the wheel and send their own scripts out and didn't understand why they wasn't getting the booking that somebody else got. You know, when I call or text people, and sometimes I text people, I may not feel like talking that day, and I might text someone. And when I text them, my text message is not any different than yours. They don't know it's me, and they don't know if it's you. They don't know who it is when you text them, if it's somebody that's a referral. So we all should be getting the same results. If we're not, it's because you're not using the scripts. So make sure you use the scripts. I do the 21-day challenge booking. It's not actually a challenge for me anymore, but I do the 21-day challenge for booking people. And that's where you want to call them the first day, then on the 4th day, then on the 7th day. And so the first day, you're going to call, and I'm actually going to read this to you. I do not want you to try to write this down, because it's going to be on the website so you can see it. And so just listen now. You don't have to get this perfectly. Just know that you are human, and just talk to the people. And I'm going to tell you, I wasn't perfect when I said these scripts in the beginning, and when I read them to you, I don't sound perfect. And I might catch somebody on the phone and stumble, and that's okay too, because your friends and family don't care. They're just going to listen and help you out. You know, start with your mom or your sister or somebody, and let them know that you're practicing and you need their help, you know, for them to listen. You grab an ink pen. I always need a pointer. I don't know about you, but when I'm writing or touching something, I want to have a pen in my hand. But anyway, you want to call them and book them and sell them strictly on that appointment. So don't try to do more. Now, you know, when you're calling them on the phone, they're not going to see your face, so they don't know if you're reading a script. You may have to look down at the script as you read it, but put some enthusiasm and excitement in your voice, and that way it'll come across that you're excited and happy about it. If you just sit there and you just read it, then it's going to sound like you're reading. And you can tell the difference in me when I'm talking to you or when I'm reading something. So I'm just going to go through this with you real quick and show you how to do it. And I'm going to tell you, in the beginning, I didn't know how to do it, so I did read it. So that's okay. You just find your natural voice while you're reading it. So hi, Sean, it's Vicki. I was calling you for 2 reasons. First of all, I got a little crazy and I started my own Mary Kay business. And secondly, my director challenged me to book 12 pampering sessions, and I thought of you because it's been so long since we've gotten together, and who better than to learn with than my best friend from school. And so you would get a $10 gift card for getting with me to spend by just letting me borrow your face and for my practice. And then if you wanted to invite a friend, you would get $10 for each friend that you invite, up to $50 free. Text me back and let me know what you think, and we can go over the details. And then just hang up, okay? So if by chance that you get her on the phone, and catch her live, then you would say, I hold my appointments on Mondays and Saturdays versus the call me back portion where it says text me back. You'll see the actual script written out there for you on the website. And instead of saying text me back and let me know what you think, at that point you're going to say, I hold my appointments on Mondays and Fridays. What works best for you? And then she's going to pick one of the dates, and then you're going to say, would mornings or evenings be better? It's what's best for you. If you want them just in the evenings, then you're going to say, would 6 or 7 in the evening be better for you? You give her 2 choices that works best for you. Now, if by chance you did leave a phone message, then you're going to turn right back around and text her and say, hey, Shawn, I left you a quick voicemail and I wanted to make sure you received it. You were on the top of my list to call. Let me know what you think, and I will follow up with you in a few days. So that's what you're going to do on day 1. And then on day 4, you're going to make the phone call again. If you have not heard from her, if she has not texted you back, or she has not called you back, then on day 4, you're going to call back again. And you're going to say, hey, Shawn, it's Vicki. I just wanted to follow up real quick with you about the pampering session and the gift card that I have for you. I would love to get together with you and get your opinion of our products and to get some practice in. I know you're super busy, and I will follow up with you in a few days. Okay, each time you say, I will follow up with you in a few days, that's getting permission to call her back again and follow up again, because she knows that you're going to follow up again. So she's either going to call back and respond to you, or she's going to text you back and respond to you. So as soon as you leave the voicemail, if you have not talked to her in person, now if you did talk to her in person, instead of saying that I know you're super busy, and you're talking to her on the phone, you'd say, I'd love to get together with you and get your opinion of the products. I hold my appointments on Mondays and Fridays. Which day's better for you? And so that way you're booking her for the appointment, and then you're working in to get the specific date and time that you're going to get together with her and get it on your date book. Okay, so if you didn't hear from her, then you're going to text her and you're going to say, hey, Shawn, I just wanted to check back with you real quick about my voicemail, and I didn't hear back from you, and I wanted to make sure you heard it. Can't wait to fill you in on the details. Okay, then again, now you're going to wait on her to call or text you back. And then on day 7, you're going to leave another voicemail. And we kind of call this like the breakup call, because if you hadn't heard from them, it's kind of releasing them for several months. But a lot of times what happens is your friends will call you back because they just hadn't got a chance to get back with you yet, and they know that this is the, release of you releasing them for doing the makeover with you. And so now you're going to say on day 7, you're going to say, hey, Shawn, it's Vicki. I just wanted to follow up with you one last time about your pampering session. If I don't hear back from you, I will assume that you are super busy, and I'll follow up with you in a couple of months. And see, that's the release there. And what I find is that at that point, they will shoot you a quick text message, so you won't stop contacting them, and then it'll give you time to get back in touch with them. Okay, so then I'm going to also text them after I made the phone call. Now, if I did get with them, if she answered the phone, then you're going to throw that in about when you hold your appointments. Then the text that you're going to send is going to say, hey, Shawn, I just wanted to try one last time and connect about the pampering session. Text me today if you're interested, and we can go over the details. If I don't hear back from you, I'll assume that you're super busy, and I'll follow up with you in a couple of months. So that's our system of booking, and the follow-up is the key, and that's what gets you the bookings on the books. Now, one thing I will tell you is I may text people today and not hear from them till the weekend. That's happened so many times for me. But when they do contact you back, and you get it set on the books, remember, give them two choices. Is Monday or Friday better for you, in the morning or in the evening? I can do either. You may be able to just do the evening. And if that's the case, only offer them that time. So you would leave the morning or the evening out. And then you would say, when is better for you, 6 or 7, and then you'll get that date time down and you'll put them down on the date book. Okay, within 24 hours, you want to call and confirm the date with them and get her guest list. You want to ask her questions, pre-profiling questions that'll also be on the website there for you to pull up and look at. All of this stuff you can write, scratch out my name, put your name in there, and you can work from that. You want to turn your facial into a party, and the way that you're going to do that is by what you say to them. So when you're talking to them, once you've got their bookings on the book and you know specifically when you're going to them, what you're going to say is, a fun thing about your appointment is that you can invite your most favorite girlfriends, the ones that are a ton of fun. You don't want any crappy people. But anyway, you can receive a $10 gift card for you holding this, and then an additional $10 for every friend, up to $50 free. What do you think about inviting some friends? And then they're going to respond to you. Okay, then you're going to coach them later on the guest list, because you want to make sure you call back the next day and get the guest list. The sooner you do that, the sooner you can get invitations in the mail to them and confirm with their friends. And so when you coach them, you're going to say, okay, I'm really excited. Thanks for your support of my goal, and I will take care of, okay, I have to look directly at it or I'm going to skip something. I will take care of all the work so you don't have to worry about it. The only thing I need from you is the list of girlfriends you may want to invite, and I will take care of everything else. I have some really cute invites to send out for you, and you earn whatever your promotion is for having 4 friends over the age of 18 to the appointment. Now, you've been talking on this one of you'll get $10 for holding it, and then $10 for each girlfriend, and that's to get your Power Start book. To have 4 show up, you usually have to invite 15 to 20. The next thing we need to do is follow up in 24 hours to confirm the date, and at that time I will get your list of girlfriends to get the invitation sent to them. Would tomorrow evening be a good time for me to follow up with you? And then you want to set a time that you call her. Then we do have a pre-profiling voicemail, and you use that voicemail, pre-profiling voicemail, to call the people on your hostess's guest list before the party. And what you're going to say is, you're going to say, hey, Susie, this is Vicki. I am friends with Sean, and I am the Mary Kay lady doing her party on Friday, and I wanted to call and introduce myself and ask a few questions about your skin and your makeup preferences so I can come prepared. We are going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be super fun and super, relaxing and chill time that night. We'll do our satin hands treatment 10 minutes before the party starts, and I will bring a goodie bag of samples for everyone who comes. Can't wait to meet you. And then you're going to send up a follow-up text to the voicemail. So, this I'm just sitting here reading. When I'm not putting it on video to you, I don't have a problem doing it. I do get tripped up when I'm trying to actually read it off and share it with you. But you do want to make sure they get 3 people there. If they can't, maybe they don't want to do it at their house. If they don't want to do it at their house, they can do it at your house. Like, my house is out in Egypt, not really, but it's in DeBerry. It's 30 minutes outside of the city. And so A lot of people wouldn't want to come here to my house unless they live in the Carthage, DeBerry, Marshall area, and then they'll come to my house. But generally, I go to them, you know, or they come to my training center or the studio there in Shreveport. One thing is, if you're local to me, the studio is available to you. You just need to get with me and see about booking a time slot to do um, your first appointment, you know, and then the rest of them you'll pretty much do at your house or your hostess's house. So you want to make sure you get the guest list. Now, when you call them and you pre-profile them and you get that all set up, you're going to go through the regular coaching process, and we'll cover that more on a different video. But what I want you to do now is just get these appointments booked. Suppose you call Jane and Jane says, I don't have any friends that I can invite. I'd rather just do me. Well, make sure at that point that you use your house and then invite 3 people to your house to make it a party. Because then when you do that, you can get bookings from bookings and book some more appointments. Trying to think if there's anything else that I've left off, but this will help you get your Power Start booked and help you get off to a great start. If you have any questions, make sure you call me, and realize it takes time to learn the scripts. I can do so much better, you know, just saying it out. I was reading it for you, but like when I call to pre-profile the people, I'm going to call and say, hey, Sean, this is Vicki. I just wanted to touch base with you real quick and see if I can find out your skin type. Do you have a quick minute for me? And then, of course, she'll say yes. What do you currently use to cleanse your skin? Well, first of all, I'm going to say, have you ever tried Mary Kay before? I know Sean has, so I shouldn't think that way. But have you ever tried Mary Kay before? And then they're going to respond. And what that'll do is tell you if they currently have a beauty consultant or not. Secondly, the second question is, what are you currently using to cleanse your skin? A bar, a jar, or a liquid? Do you consider your skin normal, combination, or oily? And then what could I teach you tomorrow night, you know, or Friday night, whenever the party is? What's your biggest concern? What could I teach you when I come? Or do you need help with? And they're going to respond. And then I'm going to say, well, the party starts at 7 o'clock. Would that be a problem for you to get there on time at 7? And then she'll respond, great. I'm looking forward to seeing you then. Another thing that we like to do is ask them what their favorite colors are, and just things to entice them, to let them know that you're looking forward to getting with them. But you see how that the pre-profiling just rolled off of my lips? That's because I've done it over and over and over again. The scripts are the same way. I use different scripts for different things, and basically it's just changing a few of the, like a peel and pucker party versus a skincare party versus a denim and diva party. You know, you just change what the party type is, the name, when you're talking to people and you book different types of parties. Today, like I said, the focus is on the Power Start, and make sure you call on day 1, day 4, and day 7 and use the scripts. Read over them 2 or 3 times and become familiar with them, and find your phone voice and make great things happen. It's not that hard, I promise. So make sure you get your 12 appointments scheduled so you can hold 6 in your first month of business. Go out and make great things happen.